Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! It's that time of the year when you can practically feel the love in the room. Or for single people, feel the fear. And of course, for all of us otakus, weebs, and degenerates, there is no greater love that we all share than the love of anime. So today, I'm going to be giving you 5 of my favourite rom-com anime. What can I say? I'm a sucker for romantic comedies, and considering it's that time of the year, I thought I might share it with you all. So let's go over the important stuff. These are, of course, my personal opinions. They're not everyone's opinions. These are just 5 of my personal opinions. 5 of my favourite rom-com anime. They're not the top 5, they're just 5 of my favourites. You're more than welcome to put down in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with the picks I'm talking about. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, and you're more than welcome to put your own choices for your favourite rom-com down within the comment section below as well. So with all that out of the way, let's jump straight into the first one being Kaguya-sama, Love is War. I'm pretty sure everyone has this on their radar, considering this is on Crunchyroll's Anime Awards Best Film of 2024. And rightfully so, Kaguya-sama Love is War is a really good rom-com. It involves our 2 main characters, one of course being Kaguya-sama, being the vice president of the student council, wanting to go out with the student council president, Miyuki. Though to be fair, I'm just going to be calling him the president because that's pretty much how we know him. Kaguya is from a financially successful background, being part of the Shinomiya group. Because of this as well, she is multi-talented, being able to pull off anything she wishes as long as she puts her mind to it. Because of this background and the fact that she's multi-talented, she tends to look down on people, only seeing them as a means to an end. Even thinking of ways to use those people to benefit off. Then there's our student council president. Regarded as a genius within the school, even getting top marks within the nation's mock exam, even going further as a student council president to even talk to any student that willingly goes to him. He may be a workaholic, but at least he's using the student council president role to help as many students as possible, even when he's not the best man for the job. And it's because of these 2 stubborn idiots, geniuses, that this love story can bloom, turning into a backhanded courtship game to try and get the other to confess to them. That's right, you heard it. It's a love story where they try and get the other person to confess to them. So throughout the entire series, Kaguya is trying to get the president to confess to her, and the president's trying to get Kaguya to confess to him. The strategies, the planning that those 2 do is utterly insane. The president using any opportunity that is given to him to try and get either Kaguya to confess or put her into a situation where she can fall head over heels for him. While Kaguya uses people around her to set up the scenario that she wants. And of course, like typical rom-com fashion, it never goes that simple for either of them. After all, you can only do so much when you got an airhead secretary like Fujiwara, or a gloomy introvert treasurer like Ishigami. And that's what made this anime so much fun. Fujiwara is that breath of happiness that just bridges the gap between these 2 stubborn idiots, geniuses, even setting up some of the situations that these 2 compete on. And while Ishigami usually keeps to himself, he usually does open up to the president, giving him some ideas and giving him a chance to have a guy to talk to. I wish there was more to it. But that's the beauty of it all. These 4 interacting together builds up an amazing comedy dynamic. Adding the fact that Kaguya and the president are trying to get each other to ask each other out, you are set up there for a really spicy rom-com. And of course, when you hit the end of season 3, it's all worth it. With all the hard work that those 2 have done finally paid off. I'm not going to spoil how or who won, but that scene is so romantic. There's a reason why Kaguya-sama Love is War, the first kiss that never ends, is getting nominated for the best film. Next up, guys, is Love, Chernobyl, and Other Delusions. This anime just screams, inner child be released, for good reason. The story involves around Yuto entering high school, choosing to forget his Chernobyl past. And what is Chernobyl? It's also known as the 8th grade syndrome, where kids with Chernobyl think they have supernatural powers or are part of some grand conspiracy, or at the very least enjoy pretending they do. But basically Yuto's embarrassed that he's done that. He then comes across this girl Rukia who mysteriously wears an eye patch. And she comes out and tells him that she knows that he used to be the Dark Flame Master. So after a bit of interrogation, she reveals that she believes she has the Eye of the Wicked Lord, opens up her eye patch to reveal a golden eye, which is actually a contact lens. And from there the story progresses from those two constantly meeting up, letting they live next to each other, while Yukio propels herself down from the side of the building. I don't care if you've got Chernobyl, if you can successfully do that without hurting yourself, you are amazing. The story's literally about growing up. We've got Yuto choosing to leave behind his Chernobyl past and try and live a normal social life, while Rukia embraces her Chernobyl side and wants Yuto to join her. Even when those two meet in the middle and start going out after the very first season, it doesn't mean it's all sunshines and rainbows for their relationship. Within season 2, we even have a former love interest join the friend group, who is also a Chernobyl. Honestly, this anime is just a big metaphor for growing up, but it's done in the most hilarious way possible. Honestly, this anime isn't for everyone, but if you enjoy watching children have overactive imaginations, you'll probably get a kick out of this. Add in the fact that it's a love story with a dash of awkwardness between our two lovebirds, and you've got one hell of a love story here. Before we move on any further, if you're enjoying watching this video so far, why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button? I'd really appreciate it. It'll help this channel get off the ground. And if you don't want to go that far, a like is always really appreciated as well. I hear if you do hit the like button for this video, you could end up getting a phone call from your favourite waifu. Or husbando, if you prefer. Next one up is one that holds a special place in my heart. Horimia. And just like the first one, guys, this one's also got a nominee from the Crunchyroll 2024 Anime Awards, being its sequel series, Horimia: The Missing Piece. And I'm not surprised, many anime fans consider Horimia the apex of realistic, healthy relationship anime. And I'm one of them! We got Miyamura, the social outcast, who was bullied so hard in his previous school that he decided to pierce his own ears. And then we have Hori, the popular girl in school, where behind closed doors when she is at home, looks after her little brother, even going so far as to do the housework. But it's from said little brother the story took off. One day after falling over from being surprised, he brings home Miyamura, and from there, the relationship grows and grows. He starts coming around a bit more, they start to open up about each other a lot more, even showing the side that they never once seen in school. Miyamura is the social outcast when at school, but around Hori he gets to really show off his true side, and even starts to leak that side into his school life as well, and from it make even more friends. While Hori can let her guard down around Miyamura, be a lot more of herself, even the side of herself that she wouldn't let her friends see. Which is why I really love this anime. It just shows that even if you're an unpopular social outcast person like Miyamura, you can even find love with the most popular girl in the school, like Hori. And of course one of my favourite moments is when the two start going out. Because even when it came out that Hori was dating Miyamura and everyone was saying that it can't be true, Miyamura gathered his courage to cut his hair short enough that not only will it show his piercings, but to show off the parts that Hori even liked. What makes this so empowering as well is that Hori says she doesn't care what other people think, but Miyamura chose to do this for Hori, so she wouldn't have to deal with all this banter. And what's so great about this anime is it doesn't just focus on Hori and Miyamoto's relationship. It gives time to all the other side characters as well. The quirks that each individual people have, the bonds between them, and of course the amazing friendship between everyone in this entire group. I honestly have to say this anime is one of my personal favourites for a good reason. And if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you give it a watch. It is a beautiful, realistic love story. The comedy is really good. The message is utterly adorable. So I really recommend you give it a watch. Next up, guys, is one that really is on the nose with its title. My Teen Romantic Comedy. Snafu. What even is a snafu? Why is that even on the end? What makes this rom-com anime so good is that it ticks off every romantic comedy trope in the book, all in the best way possible. We got our teenage loner character who's pragmatic to a fault, Hachiman. We got our smart, beautiful ice queen of a tsundere, Yukino. And to round things off, we've got our bubbly, friendly girl, Yui. All three of these characters take part in the volunteer service club, where they go and help students or faculty come to them with any problems. From helping out with club activities to even preparing chocolates for a secret admirer. But what makes this so entertaining is the fact that none of the members see eye to eye on how to solve the problem. But despite their differences of opinions, they still try to work together to solve the problem. It even evolves to the point where they help each other out. They start to learn why they all feel the way they do or think the way they do, and try and help each other to see either the good in why they think like that, or to help them surpass it and to grow into more mature people. The story really is about maturity, and that it's okay to think differently. Or that even the best way to deal with a problem is not the best way to deal with the problem. This anime dives into the psychological side of people, showing that not everything is black and white. There are so many factors to think about when it comes to people, or any sort of problem that involves said people. And a lot of this is all thanks to our main character, Hachiman. When we first meet him, the speech that he gives at the beginning of why he hates nice girls is a sneak preview as to why he thinks like that as well. Showing how he thinks, and from there, evolving to the person that we meet at the end of the series is why I really like this anime. It really shows the amount of levels a single person could have, or how much growth someone can have from just giving another person a helping hand. If you're into psychological anime or animes where they have so many layers to characters, I recommend this one to you. But if you're not into anime where they talk a lot, then give this a skip. But trust me, when you start paying attention to what they say, it is worth it. And finally, guys, we gotta go with the legendary Toradora. And for those who don't know, Toradora is literally the poster anime for tsunderes. It may not have created the concept of tsunderes, but it definitely perfected it. If you've ever seen this character called Tiger, aka the Palm Top Tiger, go to hell beating people up with a wooden stick, this is our legendary tsundere that we'll be talking about. This anime may not start out like a normal rom-com, being Tiger and Yu-Gi-Oh helping each other out, getting each other's love interests. But as they progress and help each other out, they learn they have feelings from each other. And given that they're both not really able to express their feelings that well, and more focused on helping each other out, it just hits harder when one of them learns that they have feelings for the other. This anime is about learning about yourself, accepting who you are, accepting the people around you for who they are, and learning to appreciate those people, even finding yourself in those other people. I love this anime because of the way it expresses its characters and how they show their growth. Throughout this anime, we have Taiga learning to accept and express her emotions without being a total tsundere and beating up anyone she has a bit of an affection for. It may be true that Yu-Gi-Oh! And Taiga's plan to get with their original love interest may not work out, but the dynamic that those two characters share with each other is so heartwarming. I cannot honestly recommend Toradora enough. It's an amazing rom-com. I highly recommend it. There's a reason why when people think of rom-com, they think of Toradora. And there we have it, guys. These are 5 of my favourite rom-com anime. I can practically feel the love in this room after talking about all these rom-coms. I highly recommend giving any one of these a try if you're interested in romantic comedies. Any one of these will be a great choice, or even a starting off point if you want to try romantic comedy anime. So with all that out of the way, I gotta ask you guys something. What do you think? Do you guys like these romantic comedies? Do you hate these romantic comedies? Do you think there's another romantic comedy out there that's a better choice? Leave all your thoughts down within the comment section below. Let's share the love of romantic comedies. So with all that out of the way, I'm gonna try and get my girlfriend to watch all these romantic comedies. So until next time, this is me, signing out. Bye bye.